In this video, we're going to show you how to do a brake bleed procedure on a Subaru Impreza. Let's get started. Before opening your brake fluid reservoir, you want to clean off the cap and the surrounding area. We're just going to use a little bit of brake clean. We'll wipe off the reservoir and the cap. You don't want any debris falling into the reservoir. Now we can go ahead and open the reservoir. The small screen inside. You want to be careful when removing this not to damage it. We can go ahead and remove the old fluid. Now we'll be using a fluid extractor to pull as much brake fluid out of the reservoir as possible. If you don't have one of these, a turkey baster will also do the job. Now we can go ahead and top off our reservoir and start the brake bleed. We're going to start out bleeding the brakes on the right front, moving on to the left rear, left front, and then the right rear. We can go ahead and remove our bleeder screw cap. We can put our 8mm wrench onto the bleeder screw. And we'll be using a length of hose and a receptacle to catch the fluid. Now we'll have our assistant pump up the brakes. When they tell you they're holding, go ahead and release. Now we can have our assistant pump up the brake pedal again. Crack the bleeder screw. Watch your flow of fluid. Once you have no more bubbles, you're all set. You got to be careful when removing your hose. Now we'll use some brake cleaner and clean down the area. Reinstall your bleeder screw cap, and we can move on to the next caliper. Once you've bled the first two brakes, go ahead and top off your reservoir. Now we can go ahead and remove our bleeder screw cap. Put our 8mm wrench on the bleeder screw and our hose to catch any of the brake fluid. We'll have our assistant pump up the brake pedal. And we can loosen the bleeder screw. Once your assistant lets you know that they've hit the floor, go ahead and tighten down the bleeder screw. We'll have them pump the pedal again. Once your assistant lets you know that they're holding, go ahead and loosen the bleeder screw. Watch your flow of fluid. Once you have no bubbles coming through the line, you're all set. We can reinstall our bleeder screw cap. We'll spray the area down with some brake cleaner. We can give the area a wipe down. Now that we've bled the brakes, we're going to come back and top off the reservoir. You want to fill it up to the max line. That looks good. We'll reinstall our screen. And install our cap.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. the only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.